What's up? Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. I am your host, Harrison Graham, and on today's show, we got you covered with the latest Bears news and rumors, mostly Justin Fields stuff, but toward the end of the show, a juicy rumor around a player the Bears could try to sign next offseason, so stick around for that as well. All right, there seems to be a Justin Fields injury debate going on publicly among reporters, fans, all kinds of stuff. And if you're sending in super chats like Michael and you're watching live here on Tuesday, we'll get to those after this segment. Shout out Michael with the $50 super chat. ProFootballDoc, by the way, David Chao, who kind of used to be a team physician. Now he just kind of has his own little show where he breaks down injuries every single week. He thinks that Fields has a sprained AC joint, not a dislocated shoulder, which is what Ian Rapoport reported on Monday night. And we brought you that video for what Rapoport was saying. Here's what Chao has to say. I strongly believe Justin Fields will play this week and be effective. I think he plays. He won't practice much, but I think he plays. He also added that he could take a kind of a painkiller shot, an injection to kind of numb the area and play through the injury. David Chao also tweeted this because that quote was before the Rapoport report. He tweeted this after the Rapoport report saying it's when Rap said it was a dislocation. He says, still believe Justin Fields is an AC joint sprain, not a shoulder dislocation. Follow-up video article coming. Here's my main take. Matt Eberflus had the chance, and maybe they didn't know by then on Monday, the Bears, when he had his press conference, but he had the opportunity to clear this all up for all of us. On Monday, this is the situation, this is his status. Instead, he vaguely called him day-to-day. He didn't shoot down the possibility of missing some time or even the rest of the season. He said, we'll have more updates on Wednesday. Now, maybe it's possible they simply just didn't have up-to-date information when he spoke to the media. That seems unlikely, but maybe it's possible with ongoing testing. But hell, you should know by today, and I know your presser isn't until Wednesday. Update us today. You're a 3-8 football team, and the public and the fan base only cares about one thing at this point in the season, and that is Justin Fields. Making us wait until Wednesday is stupid. I'm not a fan of it. Competitive advantage crap when you're 3-8, I'm not a fan of it. And don't be surprised if it's vague tomorrow too. He's vague when it comes to injuries. I get it when you're competitive, but when you're 3-8 and the fan base only cares about the quarterback, tell us what the hell is going on. I don't think that's too unreasonable to ask. Now, as soon as we know more, we'll let you know with the video here on the channel. So subscribe to Bears Now for the latest news and rumors, Justin Fields updates from here on out. We're going to have you covered on this show. It's youtube.com/BearsNow. Don't miss any of it. ProFootballTalk also disagreed with Ian Rapoport based on what he's hearing. He said, source says Justin Fields did not dislocate his left shoulder. Here's Mike Florio. He said, per a source with direct knowledge of the situation, Fields did not suffer a dislocation. That doesn't mean he's fine. He has an injury. And he said after the game that is very painful. It's still not known, at least not publicly, what it is. Fields also had hamstring tightness during Sunday's loss to the Falcons, which we saw on the sideline. They were stretching him out, and then Luke Getsy proceeded to call QB power with under 2 minutes to go, which is when he hurt his shoulder. So that did not make any sense at all, but we've kind of already ripped Luke Getsy enough for that. Then Ian Rapoport hopped on Rich Eisen Show, Daniel Greenberg tweeting this for us, that the Bears are optimistic that Justin Fields can play in Sunday's game, per Ian Rapoport on the Rich Eisen Show. So I don't know what to believe at this point. I mean, I think hopefully on Wednesday we'll know more when it comes to his status. I would be cautious if I was the Bears because I think Justin Fields has shown us enough this year that he can be the guy. These numbers in a vacuum don't look incredible, but when you consider through 4 games he was barely completing 50% of his passes, that's almost jumped 10 points. His QB rating was under 60. Now it's over 86 for the season and over 100 for the last 5 or 6 games. Almost 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. Volume passing yards, sure, it's still down, but I think that'll improve with better pieces around him. We know what he's been able to do as a runner. Obviously, on a design quarterback run, he bangs up his shoulder. But again, why are you doing that in a 2-minute drill? We'll never know. The point is, Justin Fields has shown plenty this year. You don't need to force him into action if he could risk further injury or if he's, not at least 90% healthy. Like, even if he could come back and play this year, great. Like, we all want to watch him play, but If you need to rest him for a couple weeks, you got 2 games before the bye week. Like, I want him to play against the Packers a week after this week as much as anybody, but if resting him for these 2 weeks and then getting the bye week is more valuable, then do that, because this is a lost season. You're 3-8. Yeah, they're still evaluating. That can happen, but I've seen enough positive signs that I'm not drafting a quarterback. I'm not signing or trading for one in the offseason. I'm building around Justin Fields, regardless of if he takes another snap or not this year. So what do you guys think? Will Justin Fields play again this season? Type Y for yes, type in for no. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Now, today's show is presented by Established Titles, as Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. It is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. Title packs give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Eddleston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. We plant a tree with every order and work with global charities, One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future, to support global reforestation efforts. You can officially include the title of Lord or Lady on your credit card, your plane ticket, your dating profiles, etc. And the first 200 people purchasing a title pack to become a Lord or Lady will have their plot of land within walking distance of my plot of land. You see my certificate right there. Depending on how many of you want to become a Lord or Lady, we can start our own Bears Now Kingdom. It makes for an amazing last-minute gift this holiday season, and Established Titles is running a huge holiday sale right now with discounts up to 80% off. And if you use the promo code CHAT, that's CHAT, CHAT, we will give you an extra 10% off as well. EstablishedTitles.com/chat. Become a plot land owner in Scotland. Support the good cause. And hey, you can become a lord or a lady today. All right, more on Justin Fields, but this is more of just like a cool feel-good story, especially with what's going on with Zach Wilson and the Jets. Albert Breer tweeted out, a little nugget I picked up. Bears quarterback Justin Fields apologized to his teammates after Chicago's loss to the Falcons in the locker room postgame. Told them the defense gave the offense a chance and the offense didn't get it done. Went a long way with the guys after he played hurt. My understanding, Breer says, is Fields' defensive teammates stopped him as he was finishing the apology, told them they have his back. Really cool moment for everyone there and a nice sign of where Matt Eberflus has taken the culture in Chicago. So I think that's a really good positive sign just for the culture. You've lost what, 6 of 7 now, 7 of 8, whatever it is. You know, you need a little pick-me-up. The fact that these guys have each other's back and Fields is stepping up being a leader in that moment after he just got beat up for 4 quarters. Really like to see that, especially considering for the most part recently the offense has been better than the defense. But that's the quarterback's job, to be a leader in those situations. Zach Wilson could never. Zach Wilson is a fraud. Zach Wilson, when asked, hey, did you feel like you let the defense down after you went 9 for 22 and threw for 75 yards and only put up 3 points against the Patriots in a 10-3 loss? Do you feel like you let your defense down? He said no. That is fraudulent. Justin Fields would never answer a question like that in that manner. Zach Wilson not stepping up to the plate. Justin Fields is stepping up to the plate. You love to see it. They have the guy. Fields has earned respect from his teammates in that locker room. Zach Wilson, Jets teammates are liking tweets where they're basically ripping Zach Wilson. That is a bad situation. Sure, the Jets are 6-4, and the Bears are 3-8, and the Jets could easily win this week. But long term, they got a quarterback problem. I think the Bears have their quarterback in Justin Fields. Do you have any doubts with Justin Fields? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. Maybe there's some minor doubts with the passing game overall, but he's taken strides there. He's taken huge strides overall. There's no doubt he's the guy for me, but if you have doubts, let me know. 1 for yes. If you don't, type 2 for no. All right, the rumor portion of the show. Could the Bears sign Saquon Barkley in 2023? Remember, the Bears are going to have $110, $120 million in cap space to work with, by far the most in the NFL. Dan Graziano of ESPN says that the Bears should sign Saquon, who's set to be a free agent this offseason. Here's what he had to say. He said, I think when people speculate on Saquon, if he's not back with the Giants, they'll want to put him on top offenses as an accent piece in Buffalo or Kansas City, a place like that. But it would be interesting to see him in a place like Chicago if they want to build it out from the run game and lean on that with Justin Fields as he develops. Let me just first say this. Fields plus Saquon would be electric. Fire emojis. Absolutely incredible to watch because Saquon has had a bounce back year. You look at his numbers, he's certainly been banged up in recent years, but he's easily going to rush for well over 1,000 yards, probably 1,300 yards, 4.5 yards per carry. He's been really, really good after a couple of injury-plagued seasons, which is a concern. He's had some injuries, but you put him in the backfield. In that scenario, obviously, if you sign Saquon, you're letting Demo walk, David Montgomery, but a backfield of Saquon and Khalil Herbert, 1-2 punch with Justin Fields back there. Imagine the zone reads. Imagine throwing Saquon some wheel routes, which at times Saquon's had some drop issues, but when he catches the ball, he's good after the catch. That would be a lot of fun. Now, I don't know how much he's going to cost. He would certainly cost more than David Montgomery, and the Bears have much bigger issues than running back on this team, but you want to build around Fields, you can still do that with an upgrade at running back too. That is definitely a possibility. So pick a running back to sign this offseason. Would you rather go Saquon Barkley, probably have to pay $10, $12, $13 million per year, or bring back a guy like David Montgomery, $5, $6, $7 million, pair him with Khalil Herbert, good 1-2 punch with those two. Which direction would you rather go in? Type SQ for Saquon Barkley, type DM for David Montgomery. The more sensible thing would probably be to bring back Monty, but if Barkley's price tag wasn't crazy, I would certainly consider it. I mean, he is an electric playmaker coming out of the backfield. So SQ for Saquon Barkley or DM for David Montgomery. All right, juicy video here as we continue to await what the situation is with Justin Fields. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you never, ever miss a video here on the channel. And hey, rumors going to be flying in. Off-season coverage will be here before you know it. We're going to have you covered for it all. So subscribe today. I'm Harrison Graham. You can follow me on social media as well at HGrahamNFL on Twitter and on Instagram.